Good morning, everybody. Mike Vacchi, Princetontrader.com, here with your Friday morning pre-market webcast. Okay, so daily chart, and you can see the secondary band ride, like we discussed yesterday. It finally ended. It was just too much expansion from the bands to be able to maintain that kind of momentum to the upside. That's not necessarily bearish. The bears have tried to pull it back. They did a 79, 75 low yesterday. The overnight, they did 71, 75. They came back to retest those 93s again. So 91.75 to 93 is setting up as support. They were not able to convert the round number, and we're back up over the top of it. It's okay to go down and make a double bottom at 93. If you can convert 99 to 02, which you have been trying to do for, hours and hours, basically since the afternoon. The Bears didn't have a bad day yesterday. They didn't have a great day. The Bulls could have had a good day. It started off with a power move to the upside that they just couldn't follow through on. And there was some potential there to go and get a new all-time high, to go ahead and try to reach for the bands. We weren't really talking about that many handles at the time, but the Bears couldn't follow through, or the Bulls rather could not follow through. I'll be very interested to see what happens this morning. We've pushed this thing all the way back up to 28.06. It's 7:42 in the morning, so I don't expect to see a lot of volume and a lot of follow through and a lot of people to basically care about this thing. But so far, you're not seeing a lot of follow through. If that carries through the morning session, and we continue to fight over this 2800, then we're in for kind of a boring day, to be honest. Otherwise, you have to look for the Bears to push it down and break that 91 to 93 area. That would potentially open up a move to the 9-day simple moving average, which you can see there on the chart as the blue line. That's that 27.77. What the Bulls want to do is take control. They want to take control from the Bears. They want to get up over yesterday's high. They want to get up over the all-time high, and they want to close it somewhere in the area of a new all-time high. Then we get a new weekly pivot next week. They can reset themselves and continue to plod to the upside. The Bears need to break that 91 to 93, open up that 77, and close it somewhere down there so that when we get this new weekly pivot, it's more manageable as far as trying to turn it into resistance. All right, let's look at the hourly chart. So, the tale of the week was new all-time highs Tuesday morning, down to weekly support, rejected on Tuesday afternoon, big climb all the way back up to new all-time highs. So, all the volatility you could ever ask for this week. New all-time highs, weekly pivot, new all-time high. We spent yesterday kind of winding that off to the downside. That culminated down here. About 10 o'clock last night, and now you see them trying to walk it back up. You got a potential lower highs there, 28.0708 versus the all-time high. The Bears very much need another lower high. But in order for something to be a lower high, in reality, at least for me, it needs to get a lower low. That's why breaking this area today is so important for the Bears. Setting up a weekly pivot that's probably going to land somewhere in here. And then, the beginning of next week becomes a fight over a weekly pivot that is, within reach versus starting off the week with a weekly pivot that is, some 40 handles away, so that when you get down there, all that's left, you're exhausted. And all that's left is for the dip buyers to come in and pop it back up to the upside. So that's what the Bears are kind of working towards today. The Bulls, they want to keep price up here. They don't care where. Anywhere really works. You'll end up with a weekly pivot that's about 20, 25 handles away, and it gives them the advantage on any test to hold it. And as long as the Bulls keep holding the weekly pivot, they're going to hold the advantage over this tape. It's not until the Bears take it back, it's not until the Bears come through and consistently turn that figure into resistance that you're going to see a sustainable two-sided tape. We've seen a two-sided tape this week. This is a two-sided tape, okay? This one didn't really go anywhere yesterday. It was choppy. It paid, but it was frustrating. Anybody that's taken any of our webinars or any of you in the room, you know, we take the first third off of our position for 2 handles, and then we get our risk out. Okay, we did 15 of those yesterday. 15 plus 2 and outs. I don't know if that's a record, but I'm certainly tired enough this morning that it feels like a record. So I would like to see something a little more directional today, and the majority of that was on the short side. The morning was the long side. We got some middles there, but the afternoon was spent dealing with this battle over 2802, 2800 that continued to test it and then pay, test and then pay. You know, it beats, you know, it beats red trades, but yesterday was all about fighting over the round number. And the bulls, ideally, they don't want to go back below it. You come right back down here. You got daily pivots sitting here in 99s. You come back, you test, you hold the hourly midband again. You do this right off the open, go print a higher high, and that pretty much, you know, turns it into probably what's going to be a green Friday. All right, everybody have a fantastic day, a fantastic weekend. In the description for the video, this coming Tuesday, we are doing another free webinar for everybody. This one is on trading with pivot points, moving averages, Bollinger Bands, and some of the levels that we use in the room. This is our bread and butter. This is what we do to generate this stuff every day. We can really dive into it and answer questions about it and show you how we use those tools to find good setups every day. So it'll be me, Tony, and Jack. Tuesday, 4:15. If you follow us, this is a webinar everybody's been asking for. How do you guys use these things? Here it is. Okay. Sign-ups in the YouTube description. It'll be out on Twitter, etc. I'll see everybody there. Take care. Trade them well. Have a great weekend. Follow us over on Twitter, Instagram, and Snapchat at Princetontrader. Check us out on Facebook and join us for a free trial at www.princetontrader.com. Trade them well.